Hello everybody. It is time for another Facebook Live here in the King's Lounge. Wait, have you been to the King's Lounge
Yes,
yet?
I have.
Okay, I love the King's Lounge. As we already know, they have chocolate and whipped cream for your coffees. So, you know Mama's up in here as often as I can. But right now, I am here with the one and only Jeff Gross, Poker Flow Show. Now, first of all, Jeff, I was trying to arrange this interview. I feel like I'm cutting off my head.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. I was trying to arrange this interview with you today, and you said, oh, I've got this big plans. I've got some sort of 5-week fitness plan. What's the story?
Yeah, it's All-American Dave. Many people know here at the Rio.
Oh, I know you want to look at me, but don't look at me. We look at our people.
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm rusty on Facebook Live.
It's fine. What's up, Ryan, by the way?
We got
What's up,
double things
homies?
going.
Oh, Leon's there. Hey, Jack, Jim.
Nice. There's a lot of interesting faces. I see.
That's
I
right.
recognize some from the. I'm gonna tell you what 5 Weeks Fitness is. It's basically a program about eating and about training. So it's every day you have either you're training each day, usually weights, but some days are just cardio, but most days are weights. And then you also are eating basically healthy, clean food the whole way through. So All-American Dave, fortunately being here, I have his meals, so it's very easy. So if you're at home, if you're somewhere else, you're not able to have Dave's food every day, you can do it. It's just, it makes it a lot easier when it's portioned right. I don't have to deal with it, and it's already done. But then the workouts I've been doing with Dave, which is great too, because it's nice to work out someone. When you do it on your own, your form's not as good, you're not as motivated, you're on there checking the Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, you're just kind of half in it. But when you're with the trainer, you're making sure your reps are right, everything's good, and you're staying on task, and it's great. So that is.
And it's all about. I was actually just talking to someone the other day. Not that I know, but I did live with a trainer for a while with my husband, and they said it's all about form. Everyone's like, oh, it's repetition. No, it's weight. It's this. No, it's all about form, baby. You got to get that right form going. Now, what's up with the 5 weeks though, specifically?
It's just that thing, 5 weeks, true fitness. It's just like that's about the amount of time you can get basically from you can be a mess into having a really nice, you can get it into
It only
into
takes
shape.
5 weeks.
Basically, I did this actually before, and there's a before and after picture on Dave's Instagram. I think I put it online, but it's pretty crazy because I was a little sloppy and got into six-pack rip, shuffleboard abs, the whole deal. And now we're on our way back. I've been vlogging. I don't know if you've caught it. You're busy.
Yeah.
Maybe you haven't seen any of it, but you've been in it. You've been in the vlogs a few times, and I do a shave about once a week. And I now take my shirt off, so it's like kind of like not,
You
just
shave for the homies?
Yeah, and just like showing, so you get to kind of see the progress. It's like a good way to video like kind of where we're going, and then at the end I did a weigh-in before and after, but kind of showing you the progress, and it's definitely been good. I mean, I'm not all the way there. We still have another full week, but it's noticeably different, and it feels good. I feel good, so it's nice.
Do you have a clear? Oh, ew! I downvote you, John Kelly. That's what I say. And also, I love when people act like they don't know who I am on Poker News. Like, where have you been? If you like Poker News, where have you been? Because I've been the host for Poker News for 10 years.
What's up, R. Forbes? Hello.
Anyways, sorry, sometimes I gotta let the haters know that I don't appreciate them.
Sorry, no, you need those. If you don't have them out there, what's going on? You're not really doing that if you don't have a hater or two.
Okay, that's fair. But do you have a specific goal with your 5 week? 5 weeks you want to be somewhere, certain amount of muscle, certain amount of weight?
I just want to be in good shape. That's just a before and after. This one isn't a target like a 10% or anything. I think the plan is to be around 11% body fat, but we're just kind of going with the flow.
11, that's really not a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty trim. But yeah, I know my buddy Walter. Do you know Walter Fisher, Scooby?
Nope.
You probably heard of this guy. He just completed a really sick bet where he got from 32% to under 10% in 5 months. A lot of money was riding on it. It's a big story. I'm sure. They're doing a thing about it tomorrow for Cigar Aficionado. But yeah, he lost 23% 5 months. One of the craziest stories of all time. Not just that, his whole rise and he's an interesting guy. I used to live with Antonio. He's a good friend of ours in our group, but he's a wild dude, and he went from 33 or 32 point something to 8.8%, and he won the bet. And there was some big money on it.
Wow, and 8.8% is hard, kind of just regardless. Ted wants to know how's
My
your
dad's
dad.
doing great. He's coming back out. He made phase 2 of the 365 Giant. So he's flying back from Michigan. His ticket costs more than his min cash, probably to get back here. But he's coming back out. He's alive for a bracelet, and it's a fun one. The phase is running the Gross family. We had one of our biggest online scores ever in the scoops. The last scoop, I made the final table to phase, which was our biggest Twitch show by far, 4x. And it was a phase tournament where we got the final table out of 5,821 people. So the Gross family knows about phases, and he's trying to capitalize.
Man, let's talk a little bit about the Giant. Actually, it's a interesting kind of tournament, right? I don't really understand the concept. It's every Friday, but then you cash out at the same time.
Right. So so you play on the Friday at 7 p.m. It starts. It's 20-minute level, so it's a hyper. Essentially, what happens is you make the money around 1 a.m. or so, and then you play for about an hour, and you can get paid out at that time, then come back. So sort of like it's like a November 9. Like let's say you just get what you get, and then you would come back and you're playing the rest of the tournament. And if you get knocked out, you could re-register. So like I cashed, got knocked out the second to last hand of the day. Would have been joining my dad day 2. I was actually multi-tabling and it worked against me because I basically punted my stack. I wanted to be like Mercier and try like these heroes, and it ended up kind of backfiring because I was in the PLO 8 and I bagged short in that, and then I was like so short. I literally went from like 100K at like 2.4 or 120K at 15.3, and I was at like 30K at 6.12 when I got back. And then I actually didn't do it. It was sort of a mess. I thought it was like a cool thing, and it didn't work out our way. Even though we did cash one and bag the other, but anyway, so I have to retry. We'll try again. I want to join my dad on day 2. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the Heads Up Gross family final table.
Give a little time to the vlog too, Sarah. Don't forget.
Oh my gosh, I forgot, you guys. We also have a vlog up here going on. So speaking of, let's talk a little bit about the vlog.
Let's do it.
Let's talk a little bit about what's been going on. This is a lot of work. You know, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of energy. I feel like, you know, for people who don't do any video production, when you figure out what all goes into making this happen, it's a lot. So let's talk a little bit about, you know, your goals, some of the things you've learned from this kind of whole experience. What's the feedback you're getting from the homies out there?
It's been great, honestly. So I have some experience with, because also it's funny because one of the main vlog feedbacks I've been getting is about eye contact when I'm talking to them. But the thing is, so here's the deal. I just want to clarify this because like I'm on my camera when I'm doing like a thing like this. So I'm basically here, and it's
so
like
they
heavy.
Want you to look here.
No. They want me to look at the person. But the thing is, they're saying you're looking too much at the camera. The thing is, when I'm the one holding it,
you have to
it's
know
hard
where you
because it like drops, and then I'm like here, or like it's like off. But it's just kind of like getting used to it. So I've gotten better at that. And now it's like, oh, look here, don't look at you.
Yeah, it's
so
the same
like,
with these.
They're like, oh, look at.
And actually, well, I should be looking here. So then it's like we're actually looking at them. But then I can't see the comments.
So it's tough. There's a lot of things that go into it. It's not so simple. It's just you're just learning curve. So you get feedback, and it's been great. I love it. It's been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I've had no really like here. I should be looking at you, but I'm looking down. I don't know.
And I shouldn't be looking at you.
It's weird. So we're trying to figure this out. The thing is, it's a you know, it's fun when you go deep. Same on Twitch. When you go at a deep run and you make a final table, like we had our biggest show ever, 21,000 live people watching us on the final table.
Wow.
It was insane. It was just like the energy. I was, getting there and chest bumping. Rast was down there and we were in Cabo. It was just it was just such a great memory. And that's like the stuff you want, like those kind of memories. And now it's documented. It's there. We can go back and look. Same thing with the vlog. If I were to win a bracelet, like the polk, if you polk it and you're vlogging, it's just like, and now you have that memory. Not only did you win, but you can go back and relive it. And it's been fun, but it's a lot of work because you're trying to replay hands. You got to eat, go to the bathroom on break. People don't realize
you're still
it's
a human being.
Still human stuff. It's not just like this. And then you're also like sneaking hands at the table, a couple, or doing a little bit of stuff. But then you have to your batteries die, your chargers go. I have a camera guy helping me. I have an editor in Croatia, Adrian. He's a hero. Helps with my Twitch stuff. So it's a lot of work, but it's late nights because then I got to come up with a title, a picture, a thumbnail. You have to come up with a description. You have to look at it because it's like I'm to the point where I trust him and I just let him get it and do it. But still, it's you usually want to look at it first, make sure it's good. But it's hard. Then you're playing the events, and then there's coming out. Then you got to put it on your social. That it's up on Twitter, Facebook. It's a ton of stuff and it's fun, but it's a lot of work. And then now I have 4 caches, but not. They're in the smaller events, and I haven't had an amazing summer. I was looking back at my last 8 summers; they've been pretty solid, consistent. I missed the first third for Poker Go commentary, so I've been playing about 2 weeks. And unfortunately, there's some of the highlight events like the 10K 6 max, the couple 5Ks haven't cashed. So I've cashed 1500s. The Colossus made a deep run, but nothing huge, and cashed this phase. So 4 caches, but not a stellar summer thus far. Not but it's still early. There's still demand. There's a lot of excitement left. It's just you start wondering, it's fun. You want to do a vlog and you want to have that dream scenario, but then you start wondering, am I giving up something maybe with my play or overall sleep or this or that? And doing the 5 weeks of fitness every day, working out and stuff too. It's just a lot of stuff, and I enjoy it.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Let's not forget, I'm married. My wife Amelia was very, very supportive and understanding, but she knows this is sort of the time where stuff's like where I'm just like really humming, and this is like the summer where it's just a lot of action and it's very busy, but it's also, you know, you got to pay attention in all areas of your life. You can't just, you got to be balanced, and it's not, you start taking on new projects. I wasn't really sure how hard vlogging would be, and it's definitely challenging, but I like it, and I'm going to keep doing it.
I think people like you also. So you like touched a little bit briefly on the commentating, and I think this has been really cool this summer. Go ahead.
Ryan Forbes says, you backed me in the Giant. He is the man. Ryan, you're the man. You cashed it, and I took a piece of you. And Ryan's from Streamboat. He was one of the contestant winners from Streamboat, and he was here.
Streamboat Springs.
He bought his first ever flow show in my store. He was the first ever person to buy it, and he was out here. And Ryan, good to see you. Glad you're checking out Facebook Live. We've never really, I literally haven't done this in like since you, which was a year ago.
You got to get in on it.
And we're gonna start
this is
doing
where the
more.
homies are.
I like it. I just don't, you know, I've never done it.
86 student says what's up, by the way, too.
Oh,
like
what's up,
way
man?
Earlier.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Flow show. There was a lot of early like hype on the Flow show, but
Yeah.
let's talk. I think it's funny. Something interesting that's gone on this summer with all the Poker Go stuff is it's really a lot of players that I haven't seen in this commentary environment, except for sort of the random like pulling people in here and there, but really in this kind of professional, get your suit on, get on camera type of situation. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was great. I think for me, it's doing Twitch frequently. It's very second nature, where I talk a lot. Not gonna have something to say. You know, I can play 4 to 8 tables and talk to the people in the chat. So like to talk about one table, a couple hands over the course, where it's really not. It's just kind of
easy now,
yeah.
second nature.
And I was doing break desk, so mostly I did 1 day of commentary, play-by-play, and one. The rest were just break desk. So break desk, you're basically only on the break for 15 minutes every 2 hours, and you're basically recapping a hand or two, or just so it's really light workload compared to the normal what I'm used to on Twitch, where it's just 10-hour, 12-hour days, sometimes even 25-hour day, where we did the all-nighter stream. We had that big score in Brazil. That was awesome, and it's like I'm talking 25 hours straight. So to talk for 15 minutes over a couple of hands, it's like, okay, I've done this, I've trained for this, I've done this a lot.
Yeah,
I'm used to it.
This is baby steps compared.
Yeah.
Dude, Jim wants to know what's up with your go-to cigar. Do you smoke?
I don't know what cigars. That might be a.
Maybe it's like.
What's your go-to? He's asking which is, and I don't smoke cigars, so I don't have one.
Well, you should start. Apparently, biggest bankroll: you, Antonio, or Phil Locke.
Wow.
Ooh, now we're talking bank accounts here.
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm on the podium. I'm in the top 3 in there. Out of those 3, I'm in there. I don't know who's got what, but they're all doing. Those guys are doing well.
Wow, that's a really PC way to answer this question, and I like it.
Political.
Oh, what's up, Spence? Big Tex, my homie. Also, someone else joined earlier. I wanted to shout out to Ken. Ken's like a really good. He's always on board with us. Okay.
T-show.
Advice
What's up, T-show?
for the best show in Las Vegas.
I love Zumanity. I like Cirque du Soleil. Zumanity's got a little extra kick to it.
Spice.
Some nudity, they pull in people from the crowd. It's a little different flavor and a little shorter show. I think that's a must. The Zumanity, I like a lot of the Cirque shows. That's what I would recommend.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. Where you said you live in Panorama. Do you keep a place here kind of all the time, or you just have one for the summer?
I have a condo here in Panorama, but I've been renting it out because the last 2 years I'm only here for the 6 weeks basically. So, yeah, I have that. It's my condo, but I rent it out during the non-summer.
Fair. What's up, Joe, by the way? What's up, Cash Plays? What's up, Brian? We got to say hi to the homies, you guys know.
Can you explain to me? I saw him on
why
the
yours
show.
Isn't sideways? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
why do we have to read your comments like this?
That is actually interesting. I wasn't even thinking about that. But so this will be like, even though there's 3 people, this will be like on my Facebook. It'll be saved.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing actually.
So that's cool, yeah.
Like at the end of every video, it'll say, "Oh, you had like 1,500 unique views, right?" And then within an hour, it'll be like 3,000, and then after like 2 hours, it'll be like 9,000. It's pretty amazing. Facebook Live is pretty much my favorite thing. What's up, Joe?
Brian Aricio, PBF, hello, I see you. What's up? This is great. I should do this more. It's hard if you're twitching, vlogging. You can't do it all, Sarah. So
no, there's
you're
tons going on. I'm committed to this for you and
like
scooping you here and there. Raza Ali wants to say, Jeff, I watch all your shows. You got me working out, eating clean, and playing good. Thanks for all that you do. Love the podcast on PokerNews as well. Oh, thank you. I'm going to shoot the podcast in like a couple hours.
That's awesome.
Here.
Thank you. I'll say this. This is part of the thing for me is, oh, look at that. Sarah getting some love out there.
This is not for you. This is not for your eyes.
But I will say some of the like feedback or people I've gotten a lot, especially with the vlogs, more so than even Twitch, which is surprising. But you get a lot of people coming like, I've seen the vlogs, I like it, man, thanks, and that's rewarding. One guy was from Atlanta. Trial, I think his name was Jay Trial, and I saw this shirt on the corner of my eye. I was going down the hole, and I didn't see the thing, but I saw the color, and it was long sleeve, and I was like, and so I ran back and I saw him, and I was like, yo, what's up, man? You know, nice shirt. And he was like, dude, you're my hero. Like, I got back into poker because of you. I'm a banker in Atlanta. I put some money on one of the American sites and ran it up some. I'm here playing the monster, and like, to me, that was like, wow, you know, that's awesome, because that's like what it should be. Poker should be fun. It should be enjoyable. It should be guys that want to do it, and maybe it's not saying quit your job and go play poker, but go play a tournament, go have some fun, take a chance, sell some pieces, take some risks, have a good time. You know, and it's good to see that. So that, to me, that type of stuff's very rewarding. It happened to me too when I had my camera, my vlog camera, which is over here, and someone said, "Oh, you vlog, that's cool." And I was like, yeah, you know, I'm starting to do it. And this was early in the summer. He's like, dude, Doug Polk is, man, he's like, it's my hero. Like, I literally got back into poker because of him. And it's like, you know, like people, he's
like, yes, people come back.
Yeah, Doug's polarizing too. It's like some guys love him, some people don't love him. But like, at the end of the day, he's presenting a lot of content. He's giving some good info. And just because Doug like tells you about like how you should defend your big blind or giving some advice doesn't mean that like some guys, people are just going to come in the poker world and be like, poker is unbeatable or something, you know? So it's like, it's like, it's good when people are coming in and
dude, put it out there, even if you can only get a few fans. Now, something I also saw on your Twitter is that you're doing a giveaway for your main event, and also a giveaway even if you don't cash the main event. So I feel like we should let the homies know if they want to try to get a piece of this action.
Yeah, it's on my Twitter, and I'm giving away 5% minimum to 5 different people, 1% each. And if I do not cash, which is impossible, I'll tell you why in a second. That'll be $100 per person.
I call. I don't know.
Call? Yeah, it's maybe, I guess, possible. But so I did a little math, and so that's 5%. So you just got to follow the instructions. And then there's actually another one. So I'm giving away 6%. One's a retweet of our vlog highlights, which is fun. You're in there in the vlog highlight.
I'll retweet it.
Yeah, you should get in there. But so I figured it out. 2009. Joe Cottis from Michigan, he won the main event.
Yep.
2013, Ryan Reese, Michigan
again.
Ship it. 2017, every 4 years, someone from Michigan wins. I'm number 3 on the list. I'm not saying it's for sure me, but it's someone from Michigan this year, and I like my chances. So Michigan's going to get this done.
This is not anecdotal evidence at all. This is a fact.
This is likely
straight facts.
Someone from the States in Michigan.
I mean, let's get real. If you really are planning on winning the main event, maybe you shouldn't give away 6%. Maybe you should.
Well, that's worth $480.
You should pump the brakes.
The great William Kassouf?
Yeah, what's up, Willie Kassouf?
Wow, respect.
He's one of my homies. We're good buddies.
I love that he comes in.
Kenny too, Jared. Vlog is great. One of the best out there. Oh, Brett Colson. He works for PokerNews. Friend.
Nice.
What's up, Terry? What's up, Jared? Oh, Matt Parvis. R.I.P. Matt Parvis. Just kidding. He's not dead, but he quit working for PokerNews.
Oh wow. Okay,
yesterday.
Well,
today's his last day. So good.
Jeez, nice to see.
What's up, Jim? What's up, Victor?
I don't have to scroll very
Johnny.
far. This is mine.
Yeah, we need a cameraman, except for it's Facebook Live, so that's kind of like the beauty of the way this whole thing goes. Philip wants to know, do you and your crew have a home game?
Kind of. I play in some home games. It's not like it's not one of those like friendly where we all just get together and, you know,
it's
drink
like
beers
somebody
and
has
play.
a lot of money and you're trying to get it.
Well, we play, yeah, I mean, there's like some weekly or so games where there's some bigger games when we play, but I wouldn't say it's a home game. You know, like we don't, not yet. Well, at some point I'll have that. I'd love that'd be fun, but no, I don't play like a weekly game with my 5
What about when you guys
friends.
are on the stream boat?
Streamboat? We did.
You guys should have like a stream boat home game.
We did have a charity home game. We probably will do that. We do have Streamboat too. That's a whole other thing. I don't know how long. We could talk for a long time. I got a lot.
What's up with Streamboat?
Streamboat 2. There's going to be ways people can win. That will be in September during the W Coops in the British Virgin Islands and St. Thomas. Again, Streamboat 2 is happening. Kevin Martin, the Big Brother winner, is going to join us as well.
He's one of my faves.
He's so much fun.
He's such a
we
sweet
lived
guy.
in a Stream House that we did that week marathon in Montreal. He was there. Then he said he was going to come to Streamboat and he couldn't because he had something he couldn't talk about, which ended up being Big Brother, which he ended up shipping his second run there for $100K. Just grabbed it
like a boss.
And yeah, he really took it down. And then so we'll be there. It's going to be fun. There's going to be ways that people can just come join us.
What if you get seasick? Is that a problem?
You could.
Is there a lot of waves?
No, you should be fine, and it's worth it. It'll be worth throwing up once to come hang. It's a good time. It's really.
It might be more than once.
It's beautiful down there. The islands, like it's not like, you know, it's just different. You got to kind of see it. It's just like really scenic and fun to be down, and it's a great place. And Bill has rolled out the red carpet on that time. He's doing it again. I think Stars is getting involved, going to help out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, I mean, literally Ryan Forbes was on here. He won CG, also the high stakes mixed game player. They won by sending a video. They won a competition, then some people sent in videos. They got picked. This time, I think it's just going to be like free roll home game tournaments. I have a home game on Stars. You can register, and then also those guys like Bill Perkins on Twitch, Jamie Staples, Kevin Martin, Matt Staples. They're going to do stuff as well, and we're going to have like bring down some people for it. So it is happening, and it will be in September during the W Coops.
I hope it's a PokerNews fan. Shout out. Could be one of you guys.
Could easily.
It could happen. Okay, I'm going to give you like, I don't know, 5. Wait, what's the time? You have a watch. I don't wear a watch.
7:05.
Okay, I'm gonna give you like 5 more minutes. You got to shout out to our friend Deborah.
What's up, Deborah? Hello.
Specifically for you, so.
Yes, that was personal.
Okay, as a soccer expert, Patrick wants to know who is going to win U21, Germany or Spain? Any predictions on the World Cup 2018? This is way above my pay grade, so I'm just gonna get out of this.
I will say, unfortunately, I have become less into the soccer. Like, I don't follow it so religiously. I couldn't give you a good answer there. I would go Germany, if just the slight knowledge I have with that age grade demographic. But in the prediction for the World Cup, I think USA is going to surprise some people. They're going to make a run. USA is coming.
You're smiling when you say that. Is this like your Michigan main event prediction, or what?
I think they have a chance. I like that.
Okay, are you going to the Mirage for the next Nimi get-together? Is Nimi having get-togethers I'm not getting the invite to?
I saw they kind of collaborated. I honestly, with Doug and those guys, enjoyed it. Some PLO, that could be fun. I would like to do that. I haven't really, man, I've barely been able to, been late registering some tournaments. I'm trying to get my schedule a little better with what's going on, but that would be fun. And I've never met him. I heard, I've seen his vlogs are great. That actually kind of was like the style that when I saw it, I was like, man, like I want to do vlogs, like, I knew there were some guys doing it, but I really like how his is kind of like a story, and it's the whole thing. So that's sort of the look we've been going for. I respect him.
You don't have to read the questions, okay? That's my job.
Okay.
Because then when people say mean things, then it makes me uncomfortable when the person's sitting there. So I just try to make you guys never read. No one said anything mean about you, by the way, so far. But like pretty much every time there's a girl, like someone has to say something disgusting next to me. So I try to police it. Jeff, hey, how's your time management? Matt wants to know.
It's good. I think they might be referring to the blog where I was saying when I was talking about that, how I wanted to be a little more getting to the turns a little earlier and everything. But yeah, it's really good. I'm a pretty organized guy. I have a whiteboard at home. I'm very I like to be clean and organized. It makes me feel better. I think everything goes better when it's in order. So yeah.
I have the same thing. Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Do you ever play at Hawaiian Gardens? Is that a thing? Sometimes I can't tell if people are making like funny jokes or if they're being real.
I haven't been to Hawaiian Gardens. How is it?
I don't know. Is it
It's a thing.
Oh, great.
It's in LA, yeah.
Chris says, "What's up, Flow Show?" Oh, Jeff Gross is the GOAT. Man.
Nice. That's a nice compliment.
I know. It's weird how being a GOAT became a really nice compliment. What's up, Daryl? What's up, Chris? Everybody's trying to get that swag. Oh, people think we could be twins. I actually could see like a brother-sister thing going on between the two of us. Bradley wants a pop socket. Okay, playing any charity events this summer?
Not this summer. I've played several this year. I think charity events are great. So I know there was a couple good ones. Did you go to that one? There was one at Planet Hollywood.
Every year.
Yeah, I need to get there. I'd like to go that in the future. So I haven't gone this summer yet, but
wow,
yeah, I like charity events.
Really letting everyone down here.
I know that hurt.
Oh wow, apparently Andrew Nemi's from Michigan.
Wow, so
he could be big competition now. Watch out.
Wow, I actually knew that. I did know that because I've seen that he was there. I need to talk to him about that. We should. So I guess it's not automatic. I thought I just got to win the main event, but there are a lot of people from Michigan.
Making this prediction might turn out to be a bad deal for you.
Well, we're gonna go for it.
Okay. Oh, Victor wants to nominate you for the Poker Hall of Fame. Who do you think should be nominated for the Hall of Fame this year?
Is it Ivy's 40 right this year?
Yep.
I think he just has to be in there.
That's what I said.
And then, I don't know, I actually watched Doug's thing about it. I haven't really watched many other vlogs just because it's the time thing. It's hard to like do vlogs and whatever. I like to see. He made some interesting points about when it gets older, it's going to be like around this group. In the next few years, there's not so many like older players.
Yeah. There's going to be a gap.
There's like going to be like, who do you let in? It's like almost you can't get in at some point when once it turns, this generation's this around this time in the next 10 years. But I'd say Ivy, and then I don't know who else is really in consideration.
I mean, a lot of people are saying Devilfish. A lot of people are saying Oppenheim. There's a Hennigan, John Hennigan contingent. There's Chris Moneymaker.
Are they all first years, these guys, though? Because that was the point that was made. If you don't get in your first year or two, it's sort of tough. Are those who's like up for their first time? Do you know?
Like it would be the second year for Chris Moneymaker, the first year for Phil Ivey.
I think Ivy and probably Moneymaker, Ivy and Devilfish maybe. Like Devilfish is sort of like one of those characters, a staple.
Yeah.
You know, and
it's gotta happen.
Rest in peace. And he's like one of those guys like who did a lot of poker, and he's known and it's very character and everything. So.
He's one of my faves, of course. Okay, I'm going to let you go, but we're going to do one last question from Andy. This is like one that pretty much comes pretty commonly in the chat, which is what's your best advice for low stakes grinders?
I would say if you're sort of playing smaller buy-ins or just in general and lower, you want to make sure you really set up a good plan for bankroll management. You have your set money for your life, for your doing, and then you just set aside money for poker, and you're really honest with yourself. It's very easy to play and not be accountable. You could just say, today I win some, tomorrow I lose some, but really keep track, set some goals, say, hey, like, am I winning? Am I beating the games I'm playing? If you are, then you can start moving up, but if you're not, you should maybe look for a different game or a different place to play. Just be realistic in what you're doing and keep good track of how you're doing. Because it's easy to just sort of like play one day, play another day, and then not really know like how you're doing, especially if the money isn't like, everyone wants to win. If you play poker, you want to win. Like if it's a hobby, I'd say this is not a hobby. If it's your hobby, that's fine. You still want to win. So you need to be honest with yourself. And are you doing it? Are you beating the games that you're playing? And if not, try to find ways that you can play a new game or what you can do to improve. So be realistic, be honest with yourself.
Like watch the Poker Flow show on Twitch.
Can't hurt.
Can't hurt.
Can't hurt.
There's all this free training. Actually, and I think that's, in this day and age, of course, for the last 5 to 10 years, everyone's been saying, oh, there's so much now on the internet, there's so much information, the game's unbeatable. And now, even more. Now we've got Poker Go, we've got all these Twitchers, we've got all these vloggers. I think if you want to get good at any game now at this point, there's a lot out there. Even now the mixed games are coming on Poker Go. It's like for me, it's been really interesting to try to learn. I didn't know how to play a lot of the mixed games, but watching it, man, it's easy.
Yeah, I think that's important to know, to realize too that the game is growing. It does seem to be influx in numbers and places and people, and it's really it's on the up and up. And yeah, maybe it gets a little tougher, but it's also fun and more people, new blood, new people are checking it out, enjoying it, and that's why it's so important about being fun and having a good time. And you see people talk about that, and really hey, there's times to be serious, there's times to take your time, but come on, you want to ultimately, people want to go and have a good time. They want to feel comfortable. They want to go play 1,000 or 1,500 World Series event. Maybe they only play 1 or 2 a year, or once their first ever. You never know. You're always on interview. You never know who you're going to be playing with. You never know who's there. Be a good person. Be nice. Have fun. Be a good winner. Be a good loser. And have a good time. Of course, you want to win. Be serious. Try to get your bracelet. But be a good person. Be a good player at the table. Be a good ambassador for poker. And you never know. You could be the difference between someone never coming back or coming back the next day. I think that's important to remember.
I feel like that is a beautiful, beautiful way to end it. Thank you so much. You guys can find Jeff, of course, at Jeff Gross Poker pretty much everywhere. Poker Flow Show if you want to get some sweet gear, and on the Twitch. And thank you guys so much for joining us. We always appreciate it. I appreciate your comments as long as they're not asshole comments. See you later.